I remember when I lost my mind.
What's up, everybody? This is the one, aka Jodecideion on YouTube, and I'm bringing you part 2 of episode 21, Out from the Side of My Neck, Preemptive Strike. Let's get started. In part 1, I did a sneak attack on the gaming industry, not giving them a chance to get their propaganda machine out, using their own sales facts against them in this ongoing war they have against Nintendo, the casual market, and the true state of the gaming world. They're looking at the gaming world through rose-shaded glasses, and they're spitting out lies and mistruths about what's currently going on, trying to paint a picture that Nintendo, casual gamers, the market they're trying to introduce, is wrong for the gaming industry, and the old way, the so-called hardcore way, is the right way. But with anybody with a little bit of common sense can see, it's actually the total opposite. Without Nintendo, without the casuals, the current gaming industry would be dead. The bottom is falling from under it, and there's no one down there to catch them. So now, let's jump to the software side of things. This is where things get real interesting. Last month, in the top 10 games sold for January, we had a complete split between Nintendo's casual games and the HD hardcore games. What's interesting is not that they split finally, it's the fact that what games placed where. Coming in at number 1 is the unstoppable new Super Mario Bros. Wii, which sold over 600,000 copies again. Hell, Nintendo had 3 games in the top 5. New Super Mario Bros. Wii selling 676,000 copies, Wii Fit Plus selling 555,000 copies, and Mario Kart Wii selling 310,000 copies. Just counting the 3 games in the top 5, Nintendo alone pushed over 1,500,000 copies of software. The 360 was the only other console to place 2 other games in the top 5. Mass Effect 2, which was only on sale for 7 days, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And in the top 5 alone, the 360 sold almost 900,000 copies of software. The bottom 5 games in the top 10 for January. At number 6, you have Wii Sports Resort, a constant seller. Then you had 7, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the PS3 version. That's the first PS3 game on the list. Followed by another new release, Army of Two for Xbox. Just Dance, a Wii third-party game, and finally Darksiders for the 360. Now here's the problem I have with the current gaming industry and the media who reports it. The analysts from the EEDAR decided to report on last month's sales, but instead of promoting what everybody can see, they started talking about something that's no one's discussed yet. Their headline was that the new release core game for the Wii, No More Heroes 2, failed to sell over 30,000 copies in 7 days. Also, the fact that the so-called exercise fitness franchises fad was finally over. Once again, using that the Wii Fit franchise didn't sell as much as it did last year in the same month. Despite the Wii and its casual market once again harming the holy gaming industry, there is hope according to this analyst. Games coming like BioShock 2, Heavy Rain, Lost Planet 2, Mafia 2, Dante's Inferno, and God of War 3. We're going to save the gaming industry, bring us back from the abyss Nintendo and this casual market put us in. First, let me tackle this fitness fad is over statement. They say this because last year Nintendo sold 785,000 copies of Wii Fit in January. And this year, they only sold 555,000 copies of the game. So, Wii Fit dropped 230,000 copies. Why this statement is wrong is, last year at this time, the Wii Fit franchise was the only fitness franchise on the block. And this year, there's more competition. If you look in the top 10 alone, there's at least one other game that could be categorized as a fitness game. And that's the new IP from Ubisoft, Just Dance, which placed in the top 10 in its first month, selling over 150,000 copies. Even though this could be categorized as a music game, it still uses the same principle of Wii Fit or any other exercise game. Standing up, being active, some kind of board or platform. So you could call it an exercise game. And if you don't want to say that, at the bottom of the top 20, there was EA's Sports Active franchise, which placed. So, in the top 20 games sold last month, there were at least 3 exercise games. And if we compare the sales of those games to other games, we can see what's a fad and what's not a fad. Or how about the fact that the new IP fitness/dancing music game, Just Dance, was only outsold by 2 other new games in the month of January. Those games being Mass Effect 2 for the Xbox and Army of 2 for the Xbox. Hell, in the month of January alone, there were 7 other major releases, all core titles, that Just Dance, this casual fitness music game, had to compete with, and it still outsold 5 of them. If you go down further in the top 20, EA Sports Active outsold Bayonetta for the Xbox. The new female icon of the gaming industry was outsold by a fitness game that came out during the summer of last year. Yet the fitness games industry is a fad, is dying, and the hardcore games are what's gonna uplift the gaming industry. The facts don't show this. The next topic from the analyst from the EEDAR was the fact that No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle failed to sell over 30,000 copies in its first week. Just like Mass Effect 2, No More Heroes 2 was on the market for 7 days. It had 1 week to make enough sales to chart in the top 10, top 20 NPD release. The main point they like to make in their argument is that once again, another mature game on the Wii that was highly rated by review sites did not sell. A game like this is more suited for the Xbox and the PS3, whose market is the core. Real core gamers go out and purchase core games, and with this game not selling a good number in 7 days is another proof to show that there's no core market on the Nintendo Wii. So let me see, it's the Wii's fault that No More Heroes 2 didn't sell more than 30,000 copies in 7 days. All I can say is this: yes, there is a problem with mature games selling on the Wii. Kids own Wiis, adults own Wiis. That teenager, young adult age might have another system that they play more than a Wii, so they might have purchased games for it. But it would help just a little bit, maybe a lot, if the company producing the game would advertise the game. Has anyone seen a No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle commercial? Any kind of advertisement other than some random flash on a website? I thought so, because I haven't either. But you know what? That's not the main issue. Let's talk about the games that were highly advertised. Let's talk about them not reaching their full potential. And I will go into that in part 3 of episode 21, Out from the Side of My Neck, Preemptive Strike. This is the one. Peace.